with love from heaven. They'll miss you when you're gone, bro. That's all I'll say about that. A couple years ago, I had this like really weird experience where someone close to someone that kind of played me out a little bit. Took him about 2-3 years through the pandemic to holler at me, and it wasn't his fault. In fact, my man showed me like a lot of love, right? But he was attached to somebody that played me out, so like I felt like in a way, you know, he was coming through. And it was weird to me because I felt like the person who played me out, like, yo, hey, I ain't seen or heard from you in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're the ones that came by to visit my grave, you feel me? And that's what I say, I'll call it, excuse the noise and all that nonsense, but that's what I call it. It's like left for dead, right? You know, that's in a sense, figuratively, so to speak. Like, hey man, I'm right here. Oh, okay, cool, no doubt. Oh well, you know, God bless, and I'm cool. It says 365 times in the Bible. One time for every day of the year. It says I am with you. And sometimes in many different ways. Wherever you go, whenever you're alone, when you thought nobody was there, blah blah blah, and so on and so on. 365 days. That's a universal, all-encompassing, every day of the year kind of message. So whatever time you feel like that, nah, he's there. You know? But my mans came and he like said something to me, and I was like, you know, my reaction was like, damn, that's crazy, bro. Like, of all people to come and visit my grave, it was you? Like, that's kind of mad wild, B. Like, you figure it would be the person you attached to. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like, I've been dead and missing and gone for a little while. And like, it was you that came through? You the one that came to visit my grave and talk to me and let me know how you feel and how you regret how this or that went and how shit should have went different, but it didn't. And I really reacted to him because I'm like, yo, bro, you know, all love and everything, like, I appreciate the reach, but homie, I'm in heaven now. I'm in heaven, right? Now, you know, for me, heaven is like, you know, hey man, I literally died and went to heaven. Heaven being a wonderful place, took me a while to get there. But as far as everyone knew, hey man, yeah, he died. Spin the block and make sure he dead and keep going. When you figure it out, make sure he dead and then keep going, keep it moving, you know? Okay, shit. So I went to a beautiful place. And that, I mean, it was great. It was through the pandemic too. I was a little like very nervous about stuff, and you know, like I was good, but you know, that place was prepared for me in advance. You understand what I'm saying? And it wasn't by my own doing. It's by the man. Hella protected with me at all times. So wherever anybody in my life falls short of that, you know, it's all good. You know, you're just given an opportunity to fill a void, you know, or fulfill a purpose. And irrespective of the choice you make, it'll go well with you, or who cares? It's just maybe your own opportunity, you know, to be who you are or who you ain't, you know, who knows? But for me, it's like, you know, it's all good. We'll keep it moving, you feel me? I had that kind of experience again, somehow. And, yeah, you know, I tried to refrain from reacting the same way, but you know, it's like, I don't think I reacted any kind of way, but it's just like, you know, let's make sure, like, you know, it's a miracle that we can even speak to each other. I've been dead, bro. I'm in heaven. See, you think of death as like a bad thing. No, it's like rebirth. You think you just popped up here in this time frame doing this shit right now today because you ain't lived here before? Nah, that's your purpose. If you have some reason to be here now, you had some reason to be here before, and after this is over, you probably be somewhere again. If not, there was no reason for you to be here in the first place. What's the point? It's a joke, right? Why do you think it's just now in this moment in time ever? Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? See what I'm saying? So I went and did that, you know, and I had that experience, and like I feel like I had another experience like that, you know. So I was like, yeah, you know, that's where we at. So many good things going on for me, man. Even like I said, heaven is a choice. I could be all the way down bad, feeling crazy, looking crazy, going through the bullshit, not going through the bullshit. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Heaven is, you know, is a choice. Like I'll be in the worst possible circumstances and choose to see the light in it. That's heaven, you see? You know, you get to make like it, you know, no matter how things appear, they could always be worse, right? So you accept that, focus on the positive, and accept the energy that comes, you know? It's not about any individual, bro. There's no human being that's gonna make or break someone. You just have, like I said, people have an opportunity to answer a call, to be a vessel. You see what I'm saying? To be, you know, an embodiment of will, goodwill, bad will, ill will. You see what I'm saying? All that, that's all people are. People that are having a great time and a great time in life. And I'm not talking about the people who are pretending they're having a great time in life. Because there's a lot of people like that. Like they're very well off or well to do, but they're suffering. And they're just hiding it well, you know, or whatever. You know, I'm not like trying to categorize anyone, but like you see it all the time. You know, they say that things like money don't buy you happiness. And it's very true. Like I've come to realize that for a long time. You know, I've never had a real reason. I'm gonna keep it real now, right? Well, I always was, but I think I'm gonna switch topics. I need to pivot because I've been thinking about this for like, I don't know how many years. I think if you've been listening here for a minute, you definitely know I've had this conversation with you guys where I thought like, yo, my whole life, you know, I know what it was. Cause I was thinking about, like Trevon said something one time where he was like his you know, his grandma used to tell him if you don't ever want nothing, you ain't gonna have nothing. And I've been pretty much that guy, and like the, you know, words are spells, right? So I've used to always tell me like, I don't want to be rich. 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 And things like that throughout my life, because I'm a very simple person. I'm not like that. I'm not consumed or overwhelmed by the pursuit of, you know, material things. It's not to say that I don't enjoy them or I won't accept them if they come, but I'm not trying to like, oh man, I'm less than whoever I am if I don't have this much money in the bank, or if I don't make this much money by this time in my life and stuff like that. Like I think a lot of people drive themselves crazy with that type of shit, you know, and it's just like, it's just the way the world works. It's too much musical chairs. So, you know, if people live and die on that hill, man, like you literally die. It'd be a majority of dead people right now. Like, for example, our country is crazy. You know, the numbers and statistics of individuals and personal finances, you know, I don't know how they know, but, you know, they're talking about the percentage of people that don't even have bread for X, Y, or Z, an emergency and shit. And it's like, well, shit, how do all those people feel? If, you know, because I read tweets like that and it comes out and it's like, if you don't have like $3 million in your bank account by the time you're 25, you're just cooked. You're cooked, bro. It's like, man, like what type of people you like, what type of society and shit has people dealt with, you know, where they I don't know, I feel like it's the idolization or idolatry of money, you know, and materialism, or like fake status, or like the sense of security, false one, by the way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you guys, does that stuff make or break you? Like, you really, you know, you gonna get up and be depressed? You ain't met your $3 million by 25 or 30 goal? Like, what is that supposed to mean? You see what I mean? If it comes, it comes, right? But I've constantly, with the utmost sincerity, declared, cast the spell repetitively, that I don't want to be rich. Like I'm not stressing that shit. Like but here's the truth of the matter. I think I found the reason to be. And I'm thinking about how things have gone and the things that have opened up to me through trial and tribulation too. Like I wouldn't make the choices that I think I'm making now if I hadn't faced some adversity, some really, really, really intense adversity. And I've had that discussion with my family over some time where I said, like, damn, what sounds crazy? Like, if like such and such wasn't happening, like I just kept up with homeboy here and there over the years, but like not in that way. Like it was crazy because I think my last real like personal memory of him was I was playing Fortnite and he just jumped in my live stream. He was laughing because of how ass I was, but I was sitting there with me and my oldest girl. She was still, present because she's an adult now, and I'm like, oh shit, that's my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? This is like, I don't know, shit. Was it? It had to be. Damn, like when was that, bro? Like that's fucking crazy. What was it? It had to have been like 2018 maybe. Or like, yeah, I think it was. Yeah, like, yeah, something like that. 2018, early 19, something like that, right? And I'm on the PlayStation and I'm playing Fortnite, and homeboy pops in that shit, like, yo, what's good? I'm like, yo, that's crazy. He's like, bro, your ass. And he bounced. And it was funny as shit because, like, after that, he just popped into my Discord and I could see that, and every time I speak to him, he, which was periodic, he's like, yo, dog, I was just thinking about you. And, a lot of people say that, but I'm like, yo, nah, I know he really meant it because, like, I don't even know how the fuck he had the backup channel. I don't know how the fuck he had it because, bro, it's, I mean, maybe you get to a certain point in life where, you're just kind of able to keep up with stuff in a way that, say, if life is keeping you busy, you can't, you feel me? Certain types of occupations afford you the ability to just give more attention to the things you truly want to pay attention to versus the things you're kind of forced to. But like I said, I went through a bunch of adversity. I'm talking to my kids and I'm like, I might look at this as some type of bad thing, or maybe it's a bit of divine providence. Like it's kind of like I was thinking to myself, like after a while, like why is all this happening? And I said, damn, I went through some of the, they were going through some weird shit, and I had to, speak up to whoever I could, and I said, you know what, damn, like if shit wasn't going left, I don't think I would like have linked up with the homie in the way that I feel like I'm being called to and drawn to now. Like if things were going bad for you in a sense or getting tough, and I could see I need this great pivot in my life where I need, like, okay, listen, bro, I missed a lot of the, like most people, sadly, that I've went through crypto with. They've missed so much. We missed all them golden opportunities where all we had to do was fucking nothing. We could have just kept buying almost, pittance sums of crypto and just didn't do shit but that. And just dicked off and watched it grow, right? But we were all trying to find the best ways to bubble that shit up. Where we all found out that if you just sat there on that shit, whether it was Bitcoin or Ethereum or 1 cent Tron, you just do nothing, bro. Don't fucking play no dApps, don't play no game. And don't get me wrong, a lot of that stuff is profitable, but a lot of it was just like, a lot of it got lost along the way. And, I've had all those opportunities missed, and, here you are still. But now we're in 2026 and the world has surely changed. Like that agenda 2020 whatever shit you know, that conspiracy people be talking about and stuff. You know, you'll own nothing and be happy and all this nonsense stuff. Like, you know, I'm aware of those things, but I don't really latch onto those ideas. But it's like it's a terrible truth to it all, where now you're in this moment, you can see like, yo, everything's out of control, financially at least. Like if you ain't over lunch money, and I mean well above lunch money, yeah, you're on the edge, bro. Like you could do everything right, and all it takes, you stumble off that bike one time, you knock your fucking teeth out. You see what I'm saying? Now you need dental surgery, and you ain't got, you know, most insurance ain't covering all that extra shit. You need a surgeon, boy. You know, that happened to one of my friends in elementary school, which is crazy. I didn't think of that. But on the level, like all this crazy shit might have started happening, you know, because I don't think otherwise I would have given my mind back to something that really has the potential to be life-changing. You know, I just didn't have the ambition. Like I was on this level where as long as the bills are paid and the kids are happy, and you know, we having Christmas and birthdays and they got 3 hots in a cot and it's a happy, healthy situation, like that's just enough. I'm a simple man, you feel me? I'm a simple ass man, you see what I'm saying? I got a wife that loves me, we got a fucking squad of kids, and that's the evidence of that. I always, you know, we talk about that all the time too. That's wealth. You know, I could have nothing, and I said this since my original channel before they ever got it clipped. You know, who cares, right? But I've always said, man, I can have nothing. I have the people, and then sometimes that's a tough thing to recognize too. Like whatever your adversity is, if they have to get dragged through it, you know, that's fucked. You know what I mean? But if it wasn't for those kids and that family situation and the adversity they faced, I would have never linked up with the homie in the way that you know, fate has forced me and continues to force me to. And I don't think it's an accident. You know, it's a process that I have to like really dial in on and hone, so that way I become the person that he's been able to be for so many people. Because now we're in this great time where there's a lot of people that's facing the adversity. I was listening to my homeboy stream, fellow pulse chain sacrificer, and I'm pretty sure I heard something in there, and I think it was a moment of emotion where he let that out, and I'm like, fuck, like this is terrible, bro. And you know what's more terrible than probably feeling like you can't do shit about it? 'Cause I mean, my man's is a long time great supporter of me. When I was low, when motherfuckers was trying to kick my back in, he never turned his back to me. You know, I was like that with my friend at one time. The one that's now the pinnacle that I need to reach, you know what I'm saying? So that I can be the person that people can say, or hopefully they don't have to, if I just even hear it. See, I didn't have a real motivation or reason, but I realized it's everybody around me too. And that's not abnormal. You know, they said, like, oh, you know, you keep your company. Like, bro, that's that fake fuck shit, man. Like, you can deal with people that are on your level, like if you way up there and all that, yeah, respect. But the majority of people on the planet, like, what type of dickhead are you to not, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, my homie, he would still remember me, irrespective of where he's gone and the heights he's achieved. It's crazy. And I used to, you know, it's like, if I have a word with him, he's like, yo, dog, I was just thinking about you. And then sometimes I'm not even looking for him and he's looking for me. Yo, bro, that's crazy. Yo, hopping in this one, yo, seeing what's up with you, bro. Like, why, bro? Why the fuck you, like, why would you do that? I would have forgot about my dumb ass by now. But you see, that's why he's him. And I'm still dumbass me, you feel me? But that's a work in progress. We're on the way now. See, it's purpose. Purpose that guides us. Purpose that drives us. Like, why is he so successful or driven to be? Because at certain times in life, you're going to be called. And you're going to answer the call or you won't. But you might be surprised if there's some causation there. Because you're the person that answers the call, God equips you with the ability to do so. And if you fail, then hey, nigga, you know, that's life. You know, maybe me, I missed a couple opportunities like that because I wasn't facing adversity and I was just going on about my life and maybe ignoring things and people that were in the situations I would come to face. And I said, man, I always think I'm that guy, or I would always be that guy. And in many situations I am. But I'm human, you know what I'm saying? We make mistakes. We just turn our nose at a situation or be like, you know what, man, fuck that. It's not my problem. You see what I'm saying? And respect, this is true. But I don't think, you know, I've come to know many people that I've seen over like the last 3, 4, 5 years. Whereas like I've noticed them, but I never seen them in the light that I properly should have, or it's too easy to just keep it moving. So I took the longest way to say, like, I understand the purpose now. I think I have a good enough cause or reason to want to become rich, not wealthy, because I'm already wealthy. I'm already infinitely wealthy. I have a wife that I've been with for, you know, shockingly. I've been at my lowest lows. She's like Velcro, bro. She's not going nowhere. You see, I mean, that's fucking wealth, bro. Like, most men, they got it going on, and they have to go into relationships very curious, wondering if a chick is only there because you really lit. Like, I can't even describe how much, as a man and a father at times, I've just fallen ridiculously short of that title. Not on purpose, obviously. And I'm not alone, so I stopped fucking beating my head in and kicking my own back in over stuff like that. It's life. It's adversity. You gotta overcome it. But I've been at my low, and the lowest low. I can't push her away. You see what I'm saying? Every good man needs a good woman behind him, and I have that. And we have many children, the evidence of our union. Very long union. And I got all the perks too. That's another thing that's crazy. Like, you see what I'm saying? And I'm less than, at times, the man that I feel like I've always pictured or endeavored and expected to be at all times. Most men don't have that. Most men go to sleep with the security like, yo, if I lost it all, is this bitch out the door? You know, that's real. See, that's not wealth, that's fucking terror. You see what I'm saying? That's questioning. I go to sleep knowing that, hey man, it could get 10 times worse than it's ever been, and here she still will be. And man, she earned that shit. She earned she earned all these years and all these kids. Like the weekend, you see what I mean? So I'm always going to be wealthy. My children love me. They're fucking apocalypse ready with the shit we done went through. And that's great. Because most of these kids, they soft as hell. You know, mental health, and you're so depressed, you're sad as fuck. Your hardest decision is what to eat for breakfast, man. Shut the fuck up with that stuff. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to show you some sad ass shit going on. I see it all the time. Sometimes, you know, it's got to be experienced too. Ain't no way to soften that. Oh well. See, I was that guy. Sometimes I'll be seeing it and I'm like, you know, I'm thinking I'm this great person. I really put myself emotionally and spiritually on some pedestal. Like, yo, I'm that guy, bro. I help my friends. Well, so what, bitch? Everyone does that. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't get a cookie for that. I used to really think about that. Like, yo, my sister, family, you know, yo, she about to hit the streets. Like, nah, bro, here, it's not even a question. Let me throw that. It's a lot. It's a big chunk out of my fucking pocket. I barely got anything left, so I felt really good about it. But for me, it's a no question. For a long time, I thought I deserved some cookie or pat on the back for that shit. Nah, that's what you should do. That's the problem with our country and our society and our world now. I don't think it's really a Western society thing. You don't get no cookies for that. You don't get no rewards for that. You're supposed to look out for your people and your family, even when it's more difficult than you want it to be. Oh well, who gives a fuck? God is with you, right? So what you crying about? He put you up here to be in that spot, right? So, you know, life is life. It's okay. And there's a limit to everything, understood, factually. But that's what you built up to be, you know? And I used to really think I was that guy. But now, you know, as I'm been humbled by the world, I found that reason. Not wealthy, I got that infinitely. But rich meaning, you know, sometimes money doesn't solve all the problems, you know, but sometimes it is what's required in the pursuit of that fix. And it's not always straightforward, it's not always easy, it's just what it is. And sometimes the universe will require of you the difficult thing, not just the easy thing. It's easy to do the easy thing. Like, yeah, man, that ain't no sweat here, bro. You see? That's very easy. I've been there. I've been that guy. Like, yeah. A couple of my crypto bros hit me up like, yo, such and such and such. Yeah, no problem. Like, hey, man, I'm flush, bitch. It's 2021. Like, we're fucking floating. It's the top of the bull market. You could still hit some home runs by accident. I don't know what the fuck happened this bull market. Nothing. You feel me? Nothing, bro. It's just complete dud in the golden era of Trump. It's wild, right? And that's cool. That's cool. It's just a lot of saturation out there, man. Shit can't even take root. There's no mega fucking I'll never forget that thing. We've had those experiences in cycles past, but nothing's come close to them. Some of them were just outright bad. Some of them were just dope as fuck. Some of us still cling to those ideas today. But that last one, shit, there was some crypto crack came out. Some crypto crack came out. You know what I'm saying? In the last cycle, the last bear cycle. Not the bull run, the bear cycle. The bull run is what capped it. You know what I'm saying? But the cake is made in the bear market. You know what I mean? The icing comes on the bull run. And last one, you know, pandemic bull run was one of those, you know. But it's just an abysmal disappointment, this one. No, where the fuck was all season? It's a joke. There's no all season, bro. It's too many stables now. So, you know, I'm not trying to get all into the crypto thing. I was just like talking real, man. I don't think I've ever been motivated to get wealthy. And rich. And the adversity that I've faced has never been a greater motivator. It's driven me to make choices that I otherwise wouldn't make, to connect and reconnect where the opportunities and the motivation exists for me to make different choices that I wouldn't have made, and pivot to the thing that's really has the potential, you know, the super potential to be life-changing. I've been having fun with that for months and months and months. And you know, there's trial and error. So you know, it's a process, but that's fine. You know, nothing's guaranteed overnight. But I mean, I don't see anything. There's no quicker path. Like, what are we talking about? And you know what's crazy? I really am getting tired. I keep trying to not make these videos. I need to really I need to get my shit together so I can have this nice quiet place. Because I think if I went live and just started rambling and see, this bitch has fucking mutt. You see what I'm saying? This, as I'm saying, excuse me, I don't even mean to be upset. But I'm trying not to do this. But as long as I make these videos, you know, like, I'm trying to keep them short, and I just can't. I remember when I used to struggle with doing more than making it 2 minutes without just fucking completely blanking out, man. And now I can't simplify my thoughts in a way where I dumb it down or squeeze it down. It's just not authentic. So I just like to talk my shit. And what I need to do is just get on the live and rant my shit and then cut it up, baby, you know, into those little clips or whatever. But I feel like I could just I could just mark down so much useful content, or just even document my thoughts and the useful parts, and just have them for posterity's sake. You see what I mean? And get so much out, you know, because I'm trying to just, you know, I'm over the like trying to do too much thing. I just want to do what's necessary, but I do want to get back to being myself, where I'm able to just be present. And now I have this like opportunity that if I continue to chase it, and if I continue to pursue it, and I find even, you know, moderate success, I'm going to suddenly have a lot of time on my hands to hear myself think. And then, you know, to your benefit, to hear myself think too. Because I haven't been thinking a lot. I haven't been thinking out loud lately. I've been in my head for a long time, thinking about the gravity of the choices that I should have made a long time ago, and the ones that I'm making now. And sometimes circumstances push you in the right direction, because, you know, 365 days, when it's dark, when it's cold, when you're alone, when you're tired, scared, hungry, stressed, any of those negative things, 365 times I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gone through all this adversity so that I could truly contemplate a set of choices that's been before me for years and years and years and years and years, that I don't want to say I'm cowardly, I just ambitionless. You know, it's like, you know, some of the heroes in the Bible, they had to be motivated to take up and do the job they were expected to do. Like with Moses, he was being stubborn, bro. He was being stubborn, bro. He didn't want to go get the Israelites out of Egypt, fam. Not right away. They had to hit him with the burning bush. You feel me? Not everybody is willing to jump at the call to be great, because it's sometimes it's a hard path, whether you believe that or not, you know. But the blessing is great, you know. You get to go to heaven. So I'm in heaven, irrespective of consequence, circumstance, any of that shit. Whoever's with me, not with me, don't forget me now. You know, if you are or not, if you're there, not there, you know, I know who's always been there or trying to be there. So I'm trying to honor that and get back to who I should be, so I can meet on the battlefield as an equal. And if you're able to affect that change for many people, well, shit, you know, double that attack power, bro. You know, that's it. And then there were two. You know what I mean? Know what it's like to be a fucking holy warrior, bro? No, you don't, right? Sometimes it's an individual thing where it's just for you and the people around you, like your family, your household. You have to be a king, anointed by God, right? It's your kingdom. But then there's more than that to the world. It's not just about your castle, it's about the kingdom. You feel me? And in the kingdom, there's many people. You gotta take care of them all. Sometimes it'll take a village, sometimes it'll take one teach one. You know? One motivate one inspire one, you know? Because I feel like the friends that I have, not everybody who faces adversity has that type of, yeah, right, that's your homie, or these other people you linked up with, that's your peoples. That's crazy. Like, I never expected, bro. Cause you're like really hella fucking incognito, and I'm like, yeah, though. Like, you know, it's like you like a Reggie ass dude. Like, how you know these people? How they cool with you? That's wild, right? That's wild. But I'm trying to keep these really short. But I know that my time is here. And it could be the darkest hour, and everybody who's an onlooker looking like, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. No, it's my time. My time is here. It's time to close a chapter on my life and a book on my life. The parts that was really weird, that's in the past now. Moving forward, yeah, my time is now. Not to do things for like out of personal greed, but because maybe now I can be, the path to these things is definitely being made easier, because And it's no coincidence. The adversity comes and the circumstances come, and they meet in the middle in some sense, so that as I come into that being, I know exactly what I need to do with that newfound mantle. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I welcome it. You know, I'm accepting it. That's why I'm not turning my back and saying, hey, you know, I'm always going to try to do the things I think I'm always knee-jerk know how to do. But this is now something that's just it's ingrained. And so it's gonna be a thing that's a challenge. And you know, the evil forces of the globe, they're gonna try and step in the way of that and make sure that never happens. Because there's a lot of good to be done. There's a lot of saving to be done. And sometimes, imagine if you know, I think about what happened if I didn't have that friend to call. Where would I be? Where would my family be? And I'm thinking, shit, if I keep being a bitch ass dude that wants to be like just lazy in that sense mentally, where it's like, nah, I don't want to have a lot of money. I'm good. I just want a simple life. You know, like, then you know, people are missing that person in their life, and I could easily fulfill that role, but I'm disobeying God, so I'm paying the price for it. So he's just pressing me in a wine press to make sure that I'm dead ass serious, and I really wanna go there, you know, so that I can fulfill the role that I'm being called to fulfill. It takes time and it's a process, but you know, he's like, hey man, you sure? Are you sure? So yeah, it's as dark as hell, it's hot, but I'm still in heaven, man. And to the motherfuckers that are happy when they imagine that I'm at my, you know, less than best point or whatever the fuck you're thinking or fantasizing about, hey man, you're gonna be sad. You know, hope not. I mean, you should be happy, but I already can tell. And it's the most devastating, heartbreaking thought for me to have. Like, damn, really, bro? Really, bro? Like, no. I got, on the level, I hope this is understood, man. Like, I have some of God's most powerful angels embodied in human flesh on my side. So imagine lecturing me about the friends I do or don't have. You're confused as fuck. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, I'll endure what I must endure. I ain't no better than any other human being. You see what I'm saying? But where I'm going, oof. We could have went there together, but oh well, right? Fuck you, bro. Now, okay, fuck me then. You see what I'm saying? Because where you won't, he will. You hear me? And that's where I'm at with it. So God bless y'all. God bless the cool niggas, the haters, the people who suffering, coming. You know, the people who like, you know, hey man, no judgment here, man. We all been there. Sometimes it takes a village. I'm happy to fucking be that guy. And one day I will. I'm getting closer to it every day. You know, practice makes perfect. Study your craft and perfect it, because one day you have to use it. When you go into battle, man, you got to go through training, right? How you think these police can shoot so well? Hey man, repetition. Anyways, I'm gonna try my best never to make a video this long again. I'm out.